Hello guys, how's everyone doing today? Well, we're continuing now on our journey to Memphis. If you remember, in the last episode we've been exploring the ruins of the old kingdom, and I've been telling you some stuff about Horus. Unfortunately, there's not going to be that much mythology in this episode, but I will try to talk about some stuff. But this episode is going to be just pretty much just dungeon crawling and regular enemy bashing throughout. Although we are going to do a side quest at the end of it. It'll be just before Memphis. Okay, what do we have here? Isn't it Sand Queen Masika once again? We've just killed you. Why are you coming back already so quickly? You know we're gonna beat you once again. She didn't get the message, did she? Okay, let's carry on. Let's carry on! And here's a rebirth fountain around here. Which is quite nice, located in the middle of nowhere. And now we're gonna be entering Memphis Outskirts. And this place is kind of like, it's got like these huge fields around here pretty much. And there's also one crypt just on the side you might notice on the minimap. So that's pretty much what we're going to explore in this episode. Just going to be clearing out all the monsters, because we need the experience. And I actually wanted to talk a little bit about that. I got thinking about something earlier when I was previewing this video, and I just realized, how do you guys put on the skills onto your hotkeys? Because I'll explain how I put it here. First of all, the potions, if you notice, I actually leave them at 9 and 0, although you can change them always. You can put them like on 1 or 2 or something closer to your left hand or whatever, but I usually just leave them at 9 and 0 because that's where they were by default, and ever since I started playing the game I just got used to it like this. Although there are other keys for potions, I think it's E and R for potions as well, but I don't actually use them because by the time I discovered them I was already using the 9 and a 0. But for the other skills I try to distribute them this way. All of the buffs and such, I usually put them on around 7 and 8, so it's closer to the side which I don't usually reach out to, so I can switch them on and then I wouldn't have to really have my hand on that side. Although if it's a class that has a lot of buffs, then I tend to put it on the alternative hotbar. If you know there's another one, you can swap between them. I think it's with the letter Y or something. You can swap between the hotbars. So that's nice to have all your buffs on one and all your active skills on another. But yeah, with the active skills, notice we're fighting some bigger maggots now. Those huge ones, so you have to be careful of them because they actually do take big chunks of your health when they bite you. Right, yeah, so with the active skills, I usually put the most commonly used one on the right mouse button. That's probably everyone does it probably. Or if it's the skill that's really difficult to execute via hotbar, so like Bata for example, it's really nice to just have it on your right mouse button. But the other skills, I tend to clock them up closer to like the first few numbers, like if you notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually start at about 3. 3 is my second most used skill apart from the one which I got on the right mouse button. I usually like to put charging moves on number 3 because it's strangely enough my hand is usually like right in centered on number 3, and then I put other important skills pretty much around it, like I put 1, 2. I usually like to put the panic button skills quite close to there as well, like if anything just that gives you a quick, like a stone form for example in Earth Mastery, or anything that can quickly save your life. We've got some goodies around here. Got an epic and a green. We're gonna check them in a second because we still got the Shrine of Thorns active. We don't want to waste it, so we're just gonna quickly use it up, and I'm gonna check the items. Vile Ichor, how many is it we've got now? Got quite a lot. Yeah, we're gonna put that on in a second as well. Shrine of Thorns is a bit useless here, as you notice most of the enemies are undead. The only enemies in here that it is useful against are the maggots. But the undeads and the constructs, they not gonna get hurt by the bleeding retaliation. Okay, looks like it's time to... Let's have a look what we've got. Right, so that's the White Crown, the Epic. It's pretty nice. It gives a bit of elemental resistance, so that's to fire, cold and lightning. Gives some defensive ability as well, a bit of intelligence and energy as well. But we are losing out on piercing resistance, some armor, and visual aesthetics. We're losing out on that as well because it looks fucking ugly. It actually isn't doing that much. I mean, it's pretty much the same. We lose out on some things, but we gain on other things. Oh yeah, we're losing out on tons of poison resistance as well. And with this one, it's nothing special. So yeah, in the end I decided actually not to equip the White Crown. It is purely judgment call. I mean, you win on some things, you lose on other things. At this stage I thought that it wasn't really that worthy of an exchange. It might be in the future, but for now I'd rather stick to the piercing and poison resistances rather than the elemental ones, and also to some armor, because we actually don't want to let the armor start dropping. We're just gonna come back to this room here. Notice how those maggots that we're just fighting, how they've been put in these tiny rooms, so that it makes it quite difficult for you to maneuver around them. So you always gotta be careful, because if they trap you, you could die. But yeah, so yeah, about the hotkeys. So I've explained to you how I go on about my hotkeying. It would be quite interesting to know how you guys do yours, and how it differs from mine. And we're almost done in this dungeon. Once we clear out this last huge room, we're gonna be leaving. This is Ring of Strength. It's not too bad. We might hold on to it just in case if we need it later. Not so likely though. Anyways, I'll meet you outside of the crypt. Okay, so we're back outside. Let's continue our usual exploration. Right, so we've got these fields. And there's quite a lot to explore. And I'm actually gonna fast forward this part starting from now. 1 hyena, 2 hyena. Oh my god. There's loads of hyenas. Yes, that's something worthy of a mention. If you are looking for the lupin claws, then there are more hyenas in here than you can count, so this is a good farming spot for the lupin claws around here on the Memphis Outskirts. It's also a good farming spot for diseased plumage, because there's quite a lot of vultures around here as well. You will notice them. I don't know if you've been counting, but we've killed quite a load of hyenas in this place. Come on! We've been fighting quite a load of vultures as well. As I said, there's tons of them. Alright, we're almost at the Memphis entrance, although we're not gonna go in there yet because we're gonna do the side quest in a minute. First we wanna exploit some squall through the wall here. I'm gonna try to... It's always fun doing this, because they can't do a damn thing about it, and you can keep casting stuff. Come on. They have a spell break on them. Ah, little guy over there died. We're gonna get to the others in a minute. Yeah, we should have used spell break on this guy actually, the pillager. Alright. Desecrated... What's this? Oh yeah, the poison armbands. If you know, they give tons of poison resistance, poison damage, quite a lot of bonuses to poison. However, they also have a negative health regeneration. So I'll show you here. If you look at, once we equip them, your health regeneration goes into the negative numbers and we start slowly losing life. So, you know, thanks but no thanks. We're not really gonna use them. Unless you've got a killer health regeneration, I wouldn't really recommend you to use them. Any items with negative health regeneration you should be, you know, very suspicious about and extremely careful. Okay, so side quest is on the right hand side, but first we're gonna just kill these dune raiders around these areas. Simply because I wanna clean out the entire area. That's the Memphis entrance. I'm not gonna go there today. But who is this? Nadja the Parched. He's back again for round 2. Nadja just got spell broke. Isn't that nice? And look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shield smash in a row. 5 passive shield smashes in a row. Isn't that amazing? And now Naja the Parched got destroyed, or if I correctly say, the Spellbroken Naja, or Naja the Spellbroken. He used to be parched, but now he's spellbroken. Or he could be called Naja the Deceased. It's not gonna be too far from the truth. Alright, Lupin Claw. And this is a little area here that doesn't have anything, but we can look out into the next part. Alright, let's get out of this little claustrophobic area here and go and do that side quest. And in this side quest you gotta speak to this guy over here.
Good warrior. We are the poor.
And he just asks you to free the... like I'll show... hang on. Lowest of the low. Here's his side quest. We're gonna complete it now. Right, and basically you just gotta kill these monsters who have populated the slums. He just asks you if you could please defeat them. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're using the Frostbite Shrine here. This is actually the first time you're meeting the Shadow Stalkers. I noticed quite a lot of times you meet many of the new monster types through side quests first, and then you see a lot of them as regular enemies. And these guys are not too bad really. I mean, if you notice, they just did a bit of... what's that? Heracles' Might. Heracles' Might. We keep getting Act 1 relics in this act. There we go. We can now complete the charm. Not bad. But yeah, these guys are not too bad. They just don't let them gang up on you, really. That's about it. So, if you notice, we've killed the last one. Sometimes they do tend to hide in the corners, so make sure you check every corner. But now that we've killed the last one, it will usually... the quest will update once you've killed the last one. And so now you can come back to this guy and get your reward.
You have returned home to the...
Yep. And he gave me Insulated Ring of Servitude. Alright, so we've completed the side quest here. And let's check up on that ring. It's... that one. No, this one. Which is quite nice. Quite a bit of lightning resistance. So now we've got... if you notice here, we've got the fire resistance one, we've got the cold resistance one, and we've got the lightning resistance one. Each one gives us something like 28%. So we can have them for any situation. Well, anyways, we're gonna stop the episode here, and that's quite a bit from the last Rebirth Fountain, but it's okay. And we're gonna go into Memphis in the next episode. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.